With just one game left on the schedule for the New York Giants, I thought it would be a good time to look to the offseason and talk about the biggest positional needs for this football team. Before we do that, though, if you want to see this organization turning around, get back on track, and win some games in 2026, hit that thumbs up icon right now. You're watching Giants Now by Chat Sports. I am your host, Marshall Green. The 5 biggest positional needs for the organization this offseason. You can go and fix them a couple of different ways. Through the NFL draft, through NFL free agency, or potentially through making some trades. In the NFL draft, you don't have that many draft picks to make. You really don't have any premium picks either. You got a top 5 pick. You're going to be picking early in the second round, but you don't have a third round pick. And you're going to have 2 selections in the top 100. So the Giants are going to have to be smart, clever, and creative about how they fill the holes on a team that could end up winning just 3 games this season. If you want to do it in free agency, you're going to have to either backload some contracts, which you're able to do in 2027 and 2028. You got a lot of money still left to be used on the books, as you have just $23 million right now, or you could go and restructure some contracts, or you can go out and cut some players as well. If you're going to restructure players, Brian Burns, Andrew Thomas, and Paul Skattebo could be at the top of that list. And look, whether you want to do that or not, that's a decision that you're going to have to make. Burns, you could restructure him, save $14.3 million. Andrew Thomas, you could save $11.3 million, and Paul Skattebo, $8.1. So some big needs. Let's start with number 1 for me. This offseason, I want the New York Giants to make moves in the trenches. And first and foremost, I know a lot of people are going to talk about defensive line, and that'll shortly be coming up. But I truly do think the number 1 need this offseason is to build up and solidify that offensive line. You have a rookie quarterback going to be a sophomore in the NFL next year. You need to give him time. The fastest way to screw up the development of a rookie quarterback is to not be able to protect him. And you're entering the offseason with question marks at the right side of your O-line. Greg Van Roten is going to be a free agent. Jermaine Illuminor is going to be a free agent. You're going to have to make big decisions on Illuminor. Do you pay him big money? I kind of think you have to, unless you have a plan in place to replace his production with somebody else. Like, you need another strong tackle on this team next to Andrew Thomas. And then Greg Van Roten, he could retire. Do you bring him back to be your starting right guard at 36 years old? How do you replace his production? He's been good this year. You need to also build in some more depth and probably need to take another swing at a swing tackle, because I almost want to see Marcus Bowe get a chance to play right guard. But continue to build that offensive line. Make sure that Jaxson Dart has time on Sundays next year. Let's stay in the trenches. Let's go to the other side of the football. The defensive tackle position for me, it's number 2. I will understand and hear anybody that has it at number 1, and rightfully so. The players that you have on the roster at defensive tackle heading into 2026, like, yes, Dexter Lawrence is a damn good football player, and I'm hoping he has a bounce-back season next year. But to just have Darius Alexander and Roy Robertson Harris there, you got to go out and you got to add more talent and straight up just more size and run-stopping ability. Because over the last 5 years, the New York Giants have been allergic to stopping the run. 30th, 23rd, 29th, 27th, 25th when it comes to rushing yards allowed per game. I don't think you need to be a top 5 unit, but I do think you need to be top 12, top 13, top 14. You can't always live in second and short and third and short. Like, you got to be able to stop the run. That starts with a defensive tackle, and then you add on to that by investing in that second level of the defense. When is the last time, and people will say Bobby Okereke, he wasn't a game wrecker for me. He was good that first year here, last 2 years, and not been great. The inside linebacker position needs to be a focus this offseason. You can cut Bobby Okereke, and I do think he will be cut. You save around $9 million if you do cut him. So I think moving on from him is going to happen, and then you just have Muasau and Chris Board on the books. And I think you're going to cut Board as well, and you'll save $2 million there. So I think you can look to fill those needs in the draft, in free agency, and you got to. You got to get talent there. You also got to make a decision on Micah McFadden, 25-year-old inside linebacker, a part of the first draft class of Joe Schoen. He's had a couple of 100-tackle seasons. Like, to think that you can just bring him back and do nothing else, that's going to fall far short of what needs to happen. You need to make another big investment there, whether draft pick, free agency, and probably also bring McFadden back, and then probably also make one more move. You don't want to be one injury away from Darius Muasau being on the field. We saw how that worked out the last 2 years. Outside corner is another major need on this football team. And it's a tricky one because you've already made a pretty large investment to Paulson Adebo on the outside. And I don't know if I'm the only one. I was a little bit underwhelmed and disappointed with his season. I think that a lot of Giants fans probably feel that way. And I think we know that he's not a CB1. And he makes good money to be a CB2, probably upper echelon money to be a CB2. But you need that CB1 guy. It ain't going to be Banks. It ain't going to be Corey Black or Rico Payton. So you got to make a move there. I think you got a good start there in the slot with Andrew Phillips. And then you got to make a move and a call on Cordell Flott, the 24-year-old corner you picked in the 3rd round in Joe Schoen's first class. I'd like to keep him, and I'd like to make another investment. Like, you're not going to wake up in September of 2026 and say, man, we just have too much talent at corner. No team has ever said that. So it's okay to overinvest at that spot because you can't continue to trot out the same guys, not just this year, but the same thing over and over again because the production, it hasn't been good enough. You got to get more in that spot. A couple more positions to talk about, but I do want to let everybody know that you can get some Giants Now by Chat Sports gear. If you love the show, you want to support the show, and you want to help brand the show, go to chatsports.com/GiantsNow shirt. I appreciate every single person that has bought their shirts and will buy their shirts. The support, I really do appreciate it. I couldn't make my mind up if I wanted to put tight end on this list, receiver on this list, so I just put it all into one. Offensive playmakers. You have to do more on the offensive side of the ball. To think that you can just say, hey, well, we're getting Skattebo back, we're getting Malik Nabers back, we're okay. No, that's not good enough. You need to go out and you need to add another legit weapon to this offense. And, like, I think Wan'Dale Robinson is a good player. And I struggle with the concept of paying him $20 million. I would rather have him on my team than not have him on my team for nothing. But the money is going to be very important here. And I think he's going to look to cash in, as he should. Like, that's what you do when you're a free agent. It'll be a tough call to make. I think if Joe Schoen is here, which it seems like it's trending that way, I think Robinson will be back. I don't think he's going to let a second-round pick that he hit on walk out the building. But if the new GM comes in, I do think it's at least a 50-50 shot. The market and how that plays out, it will be interesting. Even if you do bring back Wan'Dale Robinson, you still got to pour more gasoline on the small fire that room is burning right now. Like, you need another home run hitter. You have no one on this offense with Skattebo, without Nabers, without Skattebo, and without Nabers that can take the ball and go the distance. That creates explosive plays. It's supposed to be Darius Slayton, but we all know what the deal is there. Like, it can't be another season where you go into it saying, all right, we got a leak. We got Malik Nabers. Like, it can't just be that. We saw what one injury could do. The Giants are always, we had Darren Waller, and then he got her. We got Saquon Barkley, and he gets her. We got Malik Nabers. No, you need multiple people. You need multiple weapons. Like, I don't even mind upgrading the tight end room. Like, if there's a badass tight end in the second round that's there that you think can grow with Jaxson Dart over the next 10 years, do it. If the value is better to sign a better tight end and pay less than overpay for receiver, do it. Get more weapons for this young quarterback. Give him a legit chance to succeed. Because I don't want to end next season saying, man, we got to get Jaxson Dart more talent going into 2027. Just get in front of it now. Like, just go do it right now. And look, when you win 3 games, you have a lot of needs. So bonus needs for the New York Giants. That's the prize of winning 3 games this year. You need a new kicker, you need a new punter as well. You're going to cut Graham Gano, save $5 million. You can cut Jamie Gillen as well, save a couple $1 million. You cannot trot out those two kickers and punters again next year. So, yeah, that's a need as well. My question to you is this. Be honest. 6.5 wins for the New York Giants next year. Do you think they'll win more than that? Type O for over. Type U for under. Sound off for me. Make sure you are following me on social media. I'm on Twitter. I'm on Instagram @MarshallGreen_.